I'm Amy Anderson and you're watching OptionRally TV. Take your position with OptionRally brokers. Just click the link to my right and get more information on binary options with OptionRally. Now here's what's happening today, October 16th, 2013 in the market. US dollar trades higher against the Japanese yen. Silver prices fell by as much as 2.05%. And lastly, the Claimant Count Change release. Your profits are starting now. The US dollar traded higher against the Japanese yen during Wednesday's session, despite news that one of the major ratings agencies had warned about the US inching closer to its first ever sovereign debt default. The yen was replacing the greenback as a safe haven as the US government shutdown has stretched into a third week. But still hopes continue to build on Tuesday that US lawmakers and the White House are closer to agreeing on a spending package needed to reopen the government and avoid a default. For the numbers, US dollar to Japanese yen opened Wednesday at 98.18 and nested in at 98.48 by the midday. It is recommended to consider a call option when the price hits 98.85 and to consider a put option when the price hits 98.30. Silver prices tumbled to a 3-week low on Tuesday as investors were encouraged by signs of progress by U.S. lawmakers to end the standoff in Washington ahead of Thursday's deadline. Silver prices fell by as much as 2.05% earlier in the session to hit a daily low of 20.91 a troy ounce, the weakest level since October 1st. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid said Monday that tremendous progress had been made towards a deal which will fuel hopes that a compromise can be reached. If an agreement to raise the federal borrowing limit is not stuck ahead of the 17th of October deadline, the U.S. will face an unprecedented sovereign debt default. Silver opened Wednesday at 21.333 and nested in at 21.368 by midday. It is recommended to consider a call option when the price hits 21.39 and a put option when the price hits 21.32. Claimant Count Change measures the change in the number of unemployed people in the UK during the reported month. A rising trend indicates weakness in the labor market, which has trickled down effect on consumer spending and economic growth. A higher than expected reading should be taken as negative for the GBP, while a lower than expected reading should be taken as positive. Tune in today at 9:30 GMT and get ready to trade the sterling. I'm Amy Anderson. Follow me Monday through Friday right here on my channel and at OptionRally.com. See you tomorrow.